Some of you guys may be asking what happened to the Miata. It's a long story, so let's start from the beginning. Earlier this year, entering the freeway, my rear diff blew up. The previous day I heard some clunking, but I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just an axle. It wasn't. My rear diff axle seal gave out, causing all the diff fluid to leak out, and my rear diff to grenade itself. To make matters worse, the diff exploded on the only part of the freeway with no shoulder. With this whole situation causing so much stress, I was kind of out of motivation to work on it, so I just parked in the driveway for about 2 months and didn't touch it. That was until my daily broke. While waiting for parts to fix the daily, I decided to make the Miata the temporary daily and knock out this rear diff in a week. I sourced all the parts to fix the Miata that week and threw the diff back in the following weekend. With the new diff in place, to make sure our tolerances were right and that we did a good job rebuilding it, I decided to take the car out for a street sesh just to make sure it would hold up the test of time. With the car being fully functioning, I just left it in the driveway for a few months and started thinking about what I'm going to do with it. Originally, when I got this car, I had big plans to clean it up and make it a clean slam drift car. That slowly faded with the thought of it being a Miata. It's a completely new chassis for me, and it's not the most common one to drift. After having the car sit for a few months and thinking about it and realizing some of the most fun seat time I've had in the car was from this car, I decided to go full swing and start the Miata Build Series V2. Now, my Miata specifically was a cheap candidate in today's market. It wasn't clean by any means, and it would take a lot of work just to get it presentable. There's dents everywhere, the previous owner spray painted it, and me owning it didn't do the car much better. I literally called this car the BEATER with a heater because that's really all it is. Although, no matter how hard I pushed it, the car would almost never let me down. This diff incident only happened because the rear seal gave out. When we took out the diff, one of the axle seals was on the axle, not on the diff. That's what caused the diff fluid to leak out and the diff to grenade itself. If that never happened, the rear diff situation would have been fine. If you guys have watched the previous episodes, you guys will know that we refreshed the whole motor. We didn't open it internally, but everything externally we've done. With that new plan in place, over the last few months, I've been starting to work on the car slowly. Starting off, I bought this cage online for $200. Came from a former SCCA track car. It was previously welded in, so I had the owner sawzall it off so I can pass tech at local events. Next up was this exhaust. I'm not gonna lie, this was mostly for styling. I picked up a 3.5-inch Canon off eBay for $40 and had Ruben weld me a proper axle back exhaust. It's only proper if you look at it from a bird's eye view though, not really from down below. Now that the car can pass tech at local events, I want to be able to drive it reliably. As some of you guys may know, I supercharged it a while back, but I never properly tuned it. All we did was retard the timing and add a boost controller to piggyback off the stock ECU to throw in a little bit more fuel. As of recently, while driving it, I started getting fuel cuts. Whether it's doing a pull or drifting, the car would just randomly cut out. To fix this problem, I bought a standalone ECU so I can properly tune it and get rid of those hiccups. Now, having a standalone does mean that you can tune the car to push more power. Rightfully so, I did the only logical thing anyone in my shoes would do. Bought bigger injectors, bought a bigger fuel pump, and a smaller supercharger pulley. Talking with my tuner, the car was set up to run anywhere from 150 to 180 wheel horsepower. Although that may not sound like a lot, the Miata only weighs 2,000 pounds. That power to weight ratio would be comparable to the new generation Miata ND, if not a little bit faster. After a long night of fine-tuning the car, we learned a few things. It had major boost leaks all over, the PCV valve was backwards, and the couplers were giving us some trouble. To put it in perspective, the last time I drove this car, boost would only come on around 3,800 RPMs. With the setup now, it's pretty much instant boost. We sorted these things out and landed on a solid temporary tune. The car is currently running 4 pounds of boost on an M45 supercharger, and I would guess makes around 140 horsepower. Ideally, I would love to push 6 to 8 pounds, but some things are restricted on running more boost. There's a few ways I can go about this. I would go into detail, but I plan to sort it out in the near future, so it'll probably be in a future episode. On the bright side, after the tune, the power kicks in a lot sooner and the power band feels a lot better. The car is a total blast to drive, and I can't wait to hit my first event with all these upgrades. Now that you guys are all caught up, it's only right that we take this thing to a drift event. So in the next episode, we're going to depart to Medford, take this thing to its first event, properly set up, and see what this thing is capable of doing. All that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next few episodes dropping through December.